Good evening, everyone. I am so excited to be here tonight. My name is Amanda Hollowell. I'm the Managing Director of National Organizing here at When We All Vote, and welcome to the Countdown to the Polls training call. At When We All Vote, we firmly believe that you are the best person to go out into your community and talk to your peers, your family, your neighbor. You will be able to share the importance of voting. You will be able to share how important your vote is and that your vote is your voice. And so tonight, we're definitely going to make sure you're prepared. 2, you're excited. And 3, we give you all the resources that you need. And of course, we've got some great moments where you will hear from some of our co-chairs and our ambassadors. Maybe a Tracee Ellis Ross, maybe a Loni Love. I hope you were looking at all the promos that we were doing because there's definitely their names are on there. But first, let's get to some ground rules tonight. Share your questions in the chat. We have some amazing chat moderators who are there for you to share your questions. We also have a Q&A tool, so please make sure you're using that as well. And you know what? We're in this together. So make sure you're encouraging everyone, hyping people up. I see you, Cali. I see you, Pennsylvania. I see you, Florida. This is the time that we create community on this call, and this is the best night to do it. And then tonight is just the beginning. This is only the beginning. You're going to get a lot of information, a lot of great resources, and then you're going to take this energy back to your communities to make sure everyone is registered and ready to go vote. So before we get into the heavy training, let's do the fun stuff first. We are going to give it over to our lovely executive director, Ms. Beth Link, to talk to us about the rest of the night.
Thank you so much, Amanda. And hi, everyone. I'm Beth Link, and I am so proud to serve as executive director of When We All Vote. On behalf of all of our staff and our co-chairs, including Mrs. Michelle Obama, I want to thank all of you on this call and thank you for your commitment to When We All Vote. This is an election like no other, so we're coming together to organize beyond what we've done in any election before. And When We All Vote has some big goals this year. We are registering thousands of people to vote, but we cannot do this work without you. We're in this together, and our volunteers are one of our biggest superpowers. 12,000 volunteers strong. You are all powerful. We see you building your voting squads and using our tools to organize and invest in your communities. And we thank you. And as you know, the When We All Vote squad rolls deep. And tonight you're going to hear from some of our squad members, including When We All Vote co-chairs Lin-Manuel Miranda and Stephen Curry, and ambassadors Tracee Ellis Ross and Loni Love. We are officially 70 days from Election Day. That means we need you now more than ever. Today, as you just met, our Managing Director for National Organizing, Amanda Hollowell, will walk you through how to get involved and host a voter registration event during our biggest voter registration activation of the year, our National Voter Registration Week of Action. Then we will register thousands of voters, and that will take place from September 16th to the 22nd. You know your community best, and yes, I mean you, are the perfect person to make sure that your neighbors, friends, family, and everyone you know are ready to make their voices heard in this election. Once they've registered, When We All Vote can take it from there. We'll make sure that your partner who's always late to a dinner reservation doesn't miss their state's voter registration deadline. And your friend who always gets lost, we'll let them know where their polling place is. Listen, there's a lot of work ahead. Together, we'll make a difference and we'll play a role in our democracy up and down the ballot. So get ready to learn tonight. Bring your power and your energy from this call to and with you each and every day until November 5th. And remember that we are here with you each step of the way. Now, it is my absolute privilege and honor to turn it over to someone who really needs no introduction, but I'll share a brief one. She is an award-winning actress, producer, founder, CEO, and ambassador of When We All Vote. And as she just shared with me, her favorite and most important title is voter. So please help me welcome Tracee Ellis Ross.
Hello, hello, hello. Hi. Thank you for that wonderful introduction and for all that great information you just shared. So, hello out there. Hello, When We All Vote squad. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Thank you for being volunteers. Thank you for all the work that you're doing and being participatory. It is what makes the difference. My name, as was shared, is Tracee Ellis Ross, and I'm so proud to be here with you in the name of democracy and as a diehard advocate for voting. That's right. That's me. My favorite part is an American citizen who votes. So we are exactly 10 weeks away from Election Day, which seems bananas. But yes, here we go. So my question for each of you is, what impact do you want to make? And as was already said, and as you know, each of you, you make the difference. So, and you already know that, but every one of you on this call has a role to play in protecting and strengthening our democracy. I don't know about y'all, but I can already feel the energy, the momentum. I can feel the power. It's coming through the screen. I got it. It's out in the streets. It's up in the stores. It's everywhere. I can feel the energy, everybody excited so that they can cast their vote and feel like they are a part and have a part and a voice in this country of ours. So my ask to you, or my reminder, is that we make sure that our communities are registered and ready to vote. And when I say community, I'm talking about your family, your neighbors, book club, group chat, I don't know, people in the line when you're getting coffee, and especially your girlfriends. Do you see what I did there? See that? Okay, anyway. And the perfect time to do that is during our National Voter Registration Week of Action. Millions of young people are eligible to vote for the very first time this year. I remember the first time I voted, one of the most exciting things I've ever done. And I continue to feel excited when I cast my vote. So it is up to you all to make sure that everyone around you is registered, particularly those that are first-time voters. So thank you for volunteering your time tonight and during the next 70 days until Election Day. We have a great call ahead of us, and I am honored to be working with you. And now I will pass to the glorious, the wonderful, the extraordinary Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Oh my gosh. Hi, Tracee. Thank you. I need you to introduce me everywhere. That was the best moment of my life. Hi, everybody. Thank you for being here. I'm so happy to be here with you tonight with an organization that is so important to me and I know is important to you. When we all vote, our vote is our voice and our power, and our voices are louder together. Like Tracee said, we're 70 days away from Election Day, and I wouldn't want to do this work with anybody else. I'm so proud to be a When We All Vote co-chair, and I'm excited to kick off this amazing call tonight with When We All Vote with my friend Steph Curry and Loni Love, and each and every one of you, and thank you for showing up and being at capacity on this Zoom on a Tuesday night. This is our moment. From the cost of living and climate change to gun violence prevention and reproductive health, it is all on the ballot in this election, and we, the voters, have power. Latino voters alone represent nearly 15% of all eligible voters in the U.S., and we have 10 weeks to make sure that 8.8 million eligible young Latino voters are ready to decide the key issues impacting us and our families. So this November, we're voting for our communities, not just ourselves. And we can't vote if we're not registered, and we're depending on each of you. So tonight you'll learn how you can get involved and host a voter registration drive during National Voter Registration Week of Action from September 16th to 22nd. I said that slower for the folks who like to write stuff down during Zooms. The countdown is on, and we need you in this work. And let me be the first to call on you tonight to do one of three things, or all three things. I know you're already registered. Still, take out your phones right now and go to weall.vote/check to make sure you're ready to go. Next, go create your personalized voter registration portal. Then send that link to as many people as you can to make sure they're registered and ready to vote. If you have a friend or family member overseas, send your link to them to check that they're registered, know their state's absentee voting deadline, and have a plan to vote. Some states have early voting. I live in New York. the early voting spot is different from the election day spot. This is all stuff that is very easily find outable. Finally, you could host a voter registration event for When We All Vote's National Voter Registration Week of Action in September, and you're going to learn how to sign up to do that tonight. Showing up for our communities means making sure they're ready to vote this year. And the first step is being here tonight. So thank you so much for that. On a personal note, my oldest nephew, Luisito Crespo, turns 19 today. It is his birthday today. This will be his first national election that he gets to vote in. So this is very personal for me. And I hope you all have a wonderful call. And I'll send it back to Beth.
Thank you so, so much to our absolute incredible co-chair and just an incredible mind and talent, Lin-Manuel Miranda. We are so grateful to have you here and also to have you as one of our leaders at the helm of When We All Vote. Tracee, thank you so much for being a part of the When We All Vote family. We are so grateful to have both of you add your sparkle and shine to this call and also give us such inspiring words to move forward. Well, everybody, we're just getting started tonight. So Amanda Hollowell is going to come back. That's our managing director for national organizing, and she is going to make sure that every single person on this call is ready to get involved in our National Registration Week of Action. As Lynn said, it is September 16th through the 22nd. You will see that on the screen. And I wanted to say, why do we celebrate National Voter Registration Day? And why do we turn it into a week of action instead of just a day? It's because beginning in October, many states have voter registration deadlines. While in some states you can register to vote through and on Election Day, others, there are deadlines as soon as October 6th. So mark your calendars for September 16th through the 22nd. The time is now, and for some people, this may be your last chance to make sure that every eligible voter in the country is registered and ready to vote in this year's elections. We are planning on registering thousands of voters during this week of action, and we need you to work with us. So sign up to host a voter registration drive during this week of action and make sure that your community has a say in the future of our country. And remember, When We All Vote is here to support you every step of the way. So now I will pass it back to Amanda, who will talk about how we've got your back during this planning for a National Voter Registration Week of Action, and who's going to continue with the volunteer training so you know exactly how to turn the momentum from this call into action this September. Over to you, Amanda.
Thanks so much, Beth. I'm so excited, and our co-chair and our ambassador getting everyone warmed up. This is going to be a great week for us, and I'm just so ready to make sure all of you are prepared and ready to go register voters. You ready to go vote? You know, this is a thing we're doing. So first, we're going to start with our agenda tonight and go over that slide just to make sure we have some grounding in what we're going to learn. So, one, we're going to learn ways to get involved in our National Voter Registration Week of Action. Two, you're going to learn how to register voters the When We All Vote way and how we register voters here. And three, your next steps to bring tonight's energy back to your community. So one, we're going to learn how to participate in National Voter Registration Week of Action. Two, you're going to learn how to register voters. And three, we're going to bring all this great energy from tonight into our communities to get this started. Next slide. So let's get started. I mean, it's very simple. This slide says let's get started. We're going to make sure to get started. Next slide. So here are 4 simple steps to plan your voter registration event. First, picking time and place. I like to use areas that we call high traffic areas, right? So these are like places that you know have a lot of folks at them. You know, if you can work at your kid's high school football game, or if you have a friend who owns a restaurant, or, you know, you've gotten permission to do voter registration at a movie theater. You want to think of places that have folks who are already there, so you're not building out to make this easier on you. Plan for the unplanned. Always have a backup plan. Weather happens, people cancel last minute. Just make sure you have that plan B for your location and even your volunteers and the people who are helping you. Folks, you know, might have some issues with transportation or so on and so forth. So we want to make sure you've got an A to Z plan to make sure you are pulling this off for that week of action. And last but not least, ask for permission. Please do not show up to people's locations or private businesses and just start registering voters unannounced or not without permission. We want to make sure you're doing this safe, in a very safe way. So please make sure you are working with those community partners that you're reaching out to and getting their permission. And last but not least, if you live down the street from someone who was on this call or someone you realized in the chat that you guys are close connected, team up. Teaming up is probably the best way to make sure you are getting at the bang for your buck, we'll say, of your national voter registration event. So we just want to make sure we are giving you everything you need. So again, I'm going to repeat myself. Pick a time and place, plan for the unplanned, ask for permission, and team up. Next slide. And we're not sending you out there cold. So we are offering you all the latest resources. You will be able to download our newly revamped volunteer guide to get more in-depth understanding of how you're going to register voters. You will also be able to get this via email, just like we're going to send you a recap email of the call tonight. Look how cute it is. It's a step-by-step guide, how to pick your location, how to have conversations, what are best ways for, standing up to rejection. So this guide is going to be the best thing for you to really walk you through. Tonight, I feel like is an intro training to get you started, to get you excited. But the guide is really going to be, a great tool or resource for you to help you execute these events. Next slide. Did someone say merch? I said it. So we want to make sure your event looks good. So we are providing you with buttons, stickers, postcards, and wait a minute, y'all, a free When We All Vote t-shirt. In order to get all this lovely free merch, you will have to, one, register your event on our Mobilize page, and we're going to talk about that a little bit, but also make sure you have your event set up. So once you have your event set up, once you have it registered on our Mobilize page, we'll be sending you a confirmation email with the codes to get one, your free t-shirt and your free merch, so you can have everything you need for your National Voter Registration Week of Action activity. Next slide. So let's talk about talking. You see what I did there? Tracee took this from me, y'all, but I'm kidding. So no, but seriously, voter registration or just talking civics can be very challenging. And we want to help you have the conversation. That is the most important thing, right? You are going to go out there in the field. You're going to talk to strangers. So what are the best ways to do this? Next slide. First and foremost, you're going to make eye contact. You're going to introduce yourself. You're going to smile, have a positive greeting, and you're going to say you are volunteering with When We All Vote to help register voters. I always like to think of this as I am providing a service for folks. 2, you're going to ask about voter registration. Very plain. Can I help you check your voter registration? And then 3, you're going to use the QR code or our link, weall.vote/voter to help voters register or check their registration, right? So I will go through this again. Please make eye contact, friendly greeting. We are nice people. You're a nice person. We're just trying to provide a service. 2, get to the ask. Can I help you check your voter registration? And then 3, when they say yes, because they're going to say yes, because you're that good, you're going to either use your QR code that's provided on some of those stickers that you'll receive, or you can direct them to weall.vote/voter, which is our special link that we're using for our volunteers that we're sending out in the community to make sure we can count for what you guys are doing out there. We want to make sure we're giving you credit. Next slide. All right, y'all. So let's make this official, right? We are going to do the thing that I know some people get a little scared about. It's a little technology, but we have plenty of training and plenty of tools and resources. So to make this official, you're going to register your event on our Mobilize page, right? The benefit of this is because when you register your event on the Mobilize page, it ends up on the When We All Vote upcoming events page. So everyone who comes to When We All Vote website and clicks upcoming events will be able to see your event, the event that you are hosting during National Voter Registration Week of Action. Next slide. So how are we going to do this? You're going to sign up to host your event. You're going to confirm your space. You've asked for permission. You've prepped your speech, and now you're ready to put it out there when you're going to have your event. So once you're ready to do that, you're going to go to weall.vote/NVRW. On that link is where you'll register your event on our Mobilize page. So again, weall.vote/NVRW is where you'll be able to register your Mobilize event. Next slide. Now you got to promote your event, because like just putting it on our website isn't good enough. You got to get out there in your community, right? You know the people you need to talk to. You know the people you want attending your events. So we want you to share your unique event link via email, text, or social media. You can use Mobilize to track how many people are RSVPing to your event, and to also communicate to your attendees if things change, if the timing has to go back, if there's a weather issue. We just know that you'll be able to communicate with them when you register your Mobilize event, and you can manage your event from there. And then we just want to see your work, right? Like if I'm sending you buttons and t-shirts and all kind of great stuff and this amazing training, I want to see your pictures of your events, because I'm sure they're going to be amazing. So in your When We All Vote shirt, registering voters, you're going to post this on social media, and you're going to tag us in your photos. We want to see you. So you're going to make sure you're tagging When We All Vote, or even using the hashtag When We All Vote, so we can track you on social media and reshare all your amazing work that you're doing out there. Next slide. Yeah, I know the proof is in the pudding, y'all, but at the same time, I still need you to report back. So yes, I appreciate your pictures. Yes, I appreciate your emails. For some of y'all who've been here too long, you guys have been here so long. Some of you have my personal cell phone number, and you actually send text. So I want everyone to report back. In that report back, we asked you how many voters you registered. Were there any things or learning lessons that you would like to share with us? Is this your first event? Is this your last event? Did you do this with the community organization? You know, I see a lot of AKAs, Alpha, Kappa, Alpha, Sorority Incorporated, are always volunteering and signing up for events. So we want to make sure we hear from you to learn, right? And to make sure we're giving you credit. So the link you're going to use for that is weall.vote/report back. And I'll say that again, weall.vote/report back. We'll also be reaching out to you via Mobilize and an email to make sure that we're getting these reports back, because we really, really want to make sure that we're understanding all the things that you're seeing out there, all the great work, and we want to make sure we're giving you credit. Next slide. I'm excited, y'all. New tool alert. So we've got a new tool here at When We All Vote, and we're going to help you build your squad with your own personal voter registration portal. This was a labor of love. This thing is amazing. You'll be able to track yourself. You'll be able to send this to friends. You can even do a challenge with other folks. But we are very excited to bring this new tool to you, and I'm going to go give you a little bit more detail how it works. Next slide. So first, you're going to sign up to get your personalized voter registration portal at weall.vote/voting-squad. Again, you're going to get your personal voter registration portal at weall.vote/voting-squad. 2, you're going to send your link to everyone, and make sure everyone's checking their voter registration. If you know someone that's just gotten married, send it to them. Be like, congratulations, girl. Also check your voter registration. You just got married. You changed your name. If you know someone that's moved, we got a lot of college students going out there, going to start school. So we want to make sure they know where they're registered and ready to vote. And then 3, you're going to, if you want to, you can compete with your friends. I love a good competition. So if you want to, you can definitely add this to your plan, your voter registration plan. If you can't get out there and host an event, use this tool and make it an internal or a friendly competition, wager dinner, whatever you need to do this work, but make sure you're making it fun and competitive and getting your friends and family involved. And then you'll be able to see your name on our leaderboard on our website. Next slide. we're so proud of this tool. Like, look at our volunteers. I love them. But anyways, we just want you to use it. It's right there on our website. You can get active, and then you can click to sign up to get your voting squad going. And then you can also, look at your leaderboard and see how you're doing. You might not know the person that's on that leaderboard, but you could create like an imaginary competition with said person. But we also want to make sure you're making this fun. You're bringing in your friends and family. And this is the type of work that we love doing with you. Next slide. So where do we go from here? This was a lot. I know. And so in order to move forward, we're going to go through just 3 simple things that we want you to do. And then from there, we're going to give some space for some Q&A. I see some already coming through. And then we will have some special words because I know the night is getting long. We've been on this call. I just want to make sure that everyone's still engaged. So what are our next steps? Next slide. 1, you're going to check your own voter registration status today. Today, not tomorrow, today. So when we opened up this lovely training, we had a main slide that said, check your voter registration and had a QR code. I hope all of you did that and you were just able to scan and check it. But if you want to check it, you can do it at weall.vote/check. Second, you're going to sign up to host a voter registration event at weall.vote/NVRW. You are going to host a voter registration event at weall.vote/NVRW. Then 3, you're going to get your own personalized voter registration portal. All right, just talked about it. New tool alert. So you're going to be able to get your own voter registration portal at weall.vote/voting-squad, right? And you'll be able to build your team or have a friendly competition. And we are just so excited about this. There's so many new things and so much great energy around. And we just want to make sure you are ready and prepared for what's next. But let me tell you something. We're not done with y'all, okay? Yes, there's voter registration. Yes, there's voter registration deadlines. But there's also this really good thing that we do well, which is partying at the polls. Next slide. So early voting is upon us, and it's coming fast. And so in 7 select states, we are offering folks the amazing opportunity for a grant, for an opportunity to host a party at the polls. We're opening this up to volunteers in a few weeks, but we are asking people in the month of October or the timeline of when early voting is in your state to make sure that you're hosting an early voting party by an early voting site. And when I said 7 states, that's different. I'm sorry for the confusion. We want everyone partying. My bad, y'all. We want the whole country partying at the polls in October around early voting. We'll be sending out a lot more information about this and about how you can get involved. And we're just so excited to offer this another amazing opportunity. So we're not going away. We're not done in National Voter Registration Day week. We are going to keep going, and we're turning it into a party, and we're getting people to go vote early, and we're getting people to get prepped and ready to go vote on an election day. But really, we really want people to make sure they're voting early if their states provide that. Next slide. All right, so I've got a few questions coming in. I'm going to look through this. Some of the questions that are going on. All right, so first question that I saw is, what a question about how to approach folks who think there's no point in voting. And that's a real question, and that is a real challenge. I think, we know with our research, it takes like 7 times to expose someone to the idea of registering to vote and to get engaged. And so, I think just being patient, explaining to them the opportunity, not becoming combative. We have amazing talking points. And if you guys look at our social media, we're always telling you what's on the ballot this year. And just give this as a moment of education and not to be combative with them, and really just walk them through the democracy process and enlighten them a little bit. And maybe they might not register to vote with you, or they might not say, I'm going to go vote with you today, but you never know. You never know what kind of impression you're going to make. Just as long as we're happy, we're being nice, we're providing a service, and we're not trying to be combative. There's a question about, are there opportunities to do phone calls or texts, or is it only live events? We will be opening up our Slack channel for texting again. We have that Facebook group. We will be posting soon, hopefully this week, some amazing texting opportunities. But again, you can also use our personal voter registration portal, that tool, to do your own text campaign and send that out to everyone in your area as well. And using your own Rolodex, so you don't have to worry about somebody getting the phone number. But we will be posting soon those those texting opportunities. Are these slides going to be shared? Of course, the recording and the slides will be shared. You will get an email from us, and you'll get all this information, right? You'll get this amazing recording. You'll get all these amazingly designed slides, and then we'll give you all these great links so you can get all these resources. And then, can we host events outside of MVRW? Yes. I've got people hosting events like for Labor Day weekend coming up, some back to school events. Absolutely. And we can send you that link too. It's weall.vote/host. And that's where you can just put your general event outside of National Voter Registration Day, because we want to give everyone that opportunity. I'm going to wait for a second and just see if I've gotten any more questions. Any more questions? Just waiting for my chat monitors to let me know if we've got questions. All right, y'all. So look, quick recap on next steps. We're asking people to check their voter registration. We're asking you to host a voter registration event. Even if you can't do a live and personal event, you can do a virtual one. We have this amazing volunteer. There's two of them. One does voters across abroad, and she's so great. And then there's one that does some locally on stateside, and they host virtual voting registration events. And so you can put that up on our website, on our Mobilize, and we will count that as an event. So you don't have to be so stringent that it has to be in a physical place. And then if you want to text now, you can use our personalized voter registration tool, right, to set up your own portal and sending that out while we set up the texting campaign that we have coming up. And we're going to use that at weall.vote/voting squad. I see there's a lot of questions about how everyone can connect other folks with When We All Vote. Go to our website. There is a part where it says take action on the dropdown, and you are going to join the team. When you join the team, you're going to join as a volunteer, and we'll be reaching out to you about all the ways that you are able to get involved. Okay? So you're going to go to our website, look at take action, sign up as join the team, and we will be connecting with you via email about all the upcoming opportunities that we have available. And then there's other things too. So I know there's some Divine Nine folks on this call. I know some of you might work with some of our community partners or corporate partners. Please make sure you're using your portal. If you're an AKA, if you're a Kappa, if you are an IOTA or an Omega, we have custom portals for all of you that we've made way back in 2020 that are still active. So we want to make sure you are using those portals as soon as possible. And so, we're just trying to make sure you are all prepared. So if you want to make sure your organization, your fraternity, your sorority is getting credit, please use your portals. If you want that information, you can email us at the When We All Vote volunteers@civicnation.org email, and we can get you that information. We have hundreds of partners, so I just can't list them all, like who has a portal. I just know those off the top because they're our oldest running portals. All right, y'all, we've just got a few more minutes for the Q&A. I'm going to open it up one more time, wait to receive questions. All right, looking for questions. One more. I've got one more. Hold on. Oh, we just got this a very adorable question from what a middle schooler can do, which is amazing. So, they can help register voters, or they can send out information, or, just like let people know that they should go vote. Though we have our high school program, which is our My School Votes program for folks that are in 9th through 12th grade. We provide a lot of information that's very informative. We also have our voter hub and our voter 101. So just look at those resources, and we are happy to provide all the things you need. And with that, let me give a selfish plug of a program that's pretty cool. It's our My School Votes program, where we are developing leaders in high school programs to register voters at their high schools in and out of their community. What I love about this program, we've opened it up to about 15 states to be able to receive a paid stipend of $700 for doing this work. And we've opened it up to students and educators, right? So if you go on our website, you can find out about our ambassador program as soon as possible. It is a great program to get the young folks involved and the middle schoolers in the world. Like, hey, that's some great information. I mean, if he wants to go register voters in his community, I will send him a My School Votes shirt, because that's just how cute that is. And that is just how important this moment is. So I'm open to that. Reach out to us, send us your information, email us at the When We All Vote email. We will make sure that middle schooler is ready and rocking to go. It doesn't look like we have any more questions. I am going to say that we are nonpartisan, y'all. We are a nonpartisan organization, and we want to make sure that everyone is ready and rocking to go vote. We do not care about, party affiliation. We are open to everyone, and we just want everyone to participate in democracy. And if you are an organization or a company and you want to dig deeper, so on our same website where I'm telling you to go take action as a volunteer, you can also become a partner and be part of our Culture of Democracy Collective. It's ongoing. We're still accepting applications, and we can give you more customized trainings and tools for you. And then we can also just make sure your organization is ready. And we are happy to do that for others. All right, y'all, we are going to get to our wrap up. And we are ready. We're so close to being ready to have our guests. I am going to give more shout outs to those states that are out there. They said California is being heavily represented. I heard that Texas was on the call. I heard that it was also Georgia. There better be a Georgia on this call. I live in Georgia, and I sent this to many of my personal friends. And so if they're not on this call, I'm going to be very sad. And then we also saw that Florida's on the call, South Carolina, North Carolina. We love this. This is all great information. We love to see the community come together, and we're back. We're so glad to have you. This is one of the most important election years, and this is exciting. And we're just so excited to get ready and get you registered and ready to vote. All right, one of our special guests is having a little bit of a tech problem. So I'm just going to check in and see if we can move on. Talk amongst yourselves in the chat. You know how this goes. All right, so we are rocking and ready to go. I am so excited to do this part. So Loni Love is a 2-time Emmy and NAACP Image Award-winning entertainer, author, activist, and ambassador of When We All Vote. And tonight she's going to give you some words and introduce some other special guests. But Loni, oh my God, you got a pom-pom. Loni, take it away.
Thank you, Amanda. Hi, everybody. I am so proud to be here tonight, joining you on behalf of our forever First Lady, Michelle Obama, and as a When We All Vote ambassador. I am feeling fired up. VOET. VOTE. Oh, Lord, I don't know how to spell. Anyway, I am feeling fired up because 2024 has already been an election year like no other. And I am here to remind everyone that we are in this together. And as you've seen tonight, when you volunteer for When We All Vote, you are not alone. The time is now to answer the call. In 70 days, y'all, 70 days, voters won't just decide the next president or whoever is in Congress. We're going to decide important ballot measures that are going to impact our communities. So you've heard it throughout the whole evening. I got to say it one more time. You know, our National Voter Registration Week of Action is September 16th. You are the best person to reach and register those all around you. You know that you have your cousins and your friends, the Ray-Rays, the Skillets that need to be registered. Make sure you get their legal name. Make sure they fill it out correctly because, you know, my cousin's Skillet. Anyway, I digress. It is time to take what you've learned tonight and set the tone for your community and host a voter registration event. Don't forget to share the pics with When We All Vote. I'll be sharing some too. Just send them to me, tag me on IG, Facebook, and we're just gonna have a good time. This is our American right, and you should be a part of this process. We're gonna be pulling up strong to the polls this year, but we can't do this work without you all. So thank each and every one of you for being on this call tonight. And with that said, I'm fired up and I'm ready to pass it on to my friend and the new Olympic gold medalist, Stephon Curry. Take us home and inspire us to make our plans to vote. Steph, good to see you.
It's great to see you too, Loni. I appreciate the amazing introduction. I appreciate the energy because you are bringing it. You are showing us how important this time and moment in our country is. And it's really awesome to be a part of National Voter Registration Week of Action. As you know, I'm Stephon Curry, proud to be When We All Vote co-chair, working with Michelle Obama and the entire team over there at When We All Vote to make sure we get all of our communities registered to vote. Like you said, we got 70 days left. And I tweeted sometimes before games, but I like to say it's time to lock in. And we all know who we elect. It matters. And it's not just at the top, it's all the way down the ballot. And we're here to make sure that everybody knows that we don't just talk about it, we vote about it. And it's an important time. We have to make sure that not only yourselves, not only your family, your cousins, your uncles, your aunties, everybody, make sure that they're registered to vote. You can go check it see if you're registered at weall.vote/check. And kind of want to issue a challenge to everybody on here to think of 3 people that you know who probably aren't registered to vote. And take that challenge, take those 3 people, and make sure you reach out to them in person, text them, call them, send an email. Make sure they check and help them make a plan to vote on November 5th because we all need a game plan. I need a game plan on and off the court, and the same applies to voting in this election season. I know we all have busy lives. I know things can get us distracted, and the days can creep up. 70 days, it dwindles down fast. So, as we lead up to that important day, whether you have to get to the polls early on election day or cast by mail, whatever it is, make sure you do it. Make sure that you know that each state has different rules, and they're all important to really take time to know how you can make your voice heard on election day. When We All Vote has all the information on their website, and I'm sure they'll make sure that you get it. And this is our moment. This is our time to get in the game, and I can't wait to see all of you on November 5th. And I cannot wait for the energy to continue to go as we all as a people make sure we protect democracy and understand that our time is now to use our voice and our action and our plan to vote. So thank you, everybody at When We All Vote. Thank you for your work. Thank all our volunteers, and let's get it. This is an exciting time. I appreciate y'all having me.